These days, drones are a part of everyday life, but those eyes in the skies are a cause for concern for some when they're used by police agencies.
The question that's now being posed by the New York Civil Liberties Union, are these drones for public safety or for spying? News 4's Rob Petrie hears from both sides of this argument. Rob?
Yeah, thanks, Dave and Kelsey. Law enforcement across the state have these drones, and Western New York is no exception. Now, this led us to sit down with a local sheriff to find out why they have them and what they're using them for. The NYCLU issuing a lengthy report this month sounding the alarm over what they describe as prying eyes in the form of hyper-invasive drones that they say could be used by law enforcement to potentially spy on New Yorkers.
We see misuse, deploying these drones at protests, where we see new features being deployed, new forms of surveillance technologies, whether that's facial recognition or combining these drones with other forms of audio recognition.
The report shows well over 800 active drones registered by government agencies across the state, representing a 65% increase in only 2 years, a majority of which are used by law enforcement. The drones can be fitted with biometric surveillance capabilities like facial recognition, emotion recognition, or even behavior detection, all features that the NYCLU says could infringe on the privacy rights of New Yorkers.
It is no longer just a photo that is being taken, but rather once the data is aggregated over time, it allows to track everybody's movement and really understand where they go to work, what are their associations, did they attend a certain protest? What healthcare sites do they frequent? What are their religious beliefs? What are their political beliefs?
The Niagara County Sheriff was more than willing to discuss how his agency uses its 5 drones, the second most in Western New York.
We use our drones for searches, missing people, tactical operation oversight. We've used them at fire scenes. They're a great tool, but that's exactly what they are, a tool, and you have to make sure that you use them in the way they're intended to be used.
That was Niagara County Sheriff Michael Filicetti, who took exception with the NYCLU report, calling it inflammatory and false.
Any notion, again, going back to the Civil Liberties report that, we're spying on people, I think it's really irresponsible to write a report without any data to back up what you're saying, that there's some gross misuse of drones and it's peering into people's private lives. I think it's very irresponsible.
When it comes to his agency, Sheriff Filicetti said his policy is sound and protects the privacy rights of the citizens they serve. He shared that policy with us, which states that when the drones, quote, will be used in a manner that may intrude upon reasonable expectations of privacy, a search warrant will be obtained prior to conducting the flight, end quote. Sheriff Filicetti went on to tell us that many of the added features the report referenced don't even apply to their drones, with the exception of thermal imaging, which they use for targeted search efforts.
Looking for a missing person, looking for a suspect that fled a vehicle, they leave a heat signature, and you'll be able to see them clear as day. Again, instead of searching all over, you can see through thermal and direct your people into where they need to be. It's about public safety. If we can find that missing person faster using a drone, or we can apprehend that suspect that could be potentially dangerous to the public, I'm going to use a drone all day long. I think it just makes sense.
While the focus of the report leaned heavily on law enforcement drone operations, police are not the only ones to register and use the drones. Our cameras set down with Twin City Ambulance, a private commercial service that has 3 drones. The company's president, Terrence Clark, tells us that they have been used for special event planning and at times to locate patients.
Sometimes we'll get conflicting reports where somebody is. And in a crowded situation, you might be 10 or 15 feet away from a patient. Unless somebody is waving their arms, you might not even know they're there.
When it comes to the report, Clark agreed with Sheriff Filicetti that what was described in the report couldn't be further from what they're doing when it comes to operating the drones.
A lot of fantasy, a lot of absurdity in the ways that drones could be used that realistically would not be an effective use of drones. And I think they missed the target with this article.
Now, the Niagara County Sheriff's Office has the second most active registered drones among law enforcement in Western New York, according to the report just behind the Livingston County Sheriff's Office. Reporting live here in studio, Rob Petrie, News 4.